any betting trends sticking out to you, either a dog perspective or favorites? It's just really been a jigsaw puzzle here, particularly the last 2-3 weeks at the sportsbook.
Yeah, it's definitely been weird. Heavy digit favorites tend to not cover. The teams we remember to be good teams in recent past, like the Chiefs, Ravens, and even the Niners, I'll throw that in there, are actually the worst teams against the spread this season. So it's profitable to fade them. Underdogs have continued to prevail covering the spread this season. So look for value there in the dogs.
And what's been the biggest surprise, would you say, of really any of these favorites? I mean, I kind of pointed out earlier, you have the Cowboys and the Bills. It's been a little bit of a trend. The heavy favorites, they catch an L, they come back, they bounce back. Do you notice anything from that perspective with teams that are sticking out that are headed towards the playoffs?
Actually, just like you said, the Cowboys being 7-1 against the spread, I believe, surprising me because they were one of the worst teams covering last year, and now they're one of the best. The Cardinals, also another surprise here. They've always had kind of the right weapons and a strong quarterback in Kyler Murray, but this year is the year they're finally able to get all the pieces moving right. There is some liability with them to win at the books. They're also doing great covering the spread, 7-2 against the spread this season, so look out for them. Keep riding those hot teams.
Do you think the Packers continue? Can they continue to cover the spread real quick on that note? Another cover yesterday.
Absolutely. They're also a great covering machine here. The Seahawks, I think they're 5-3 against the spread. Still profitable, not that great. The Colts are also doing all right here too. But man, you just kind of have to fade those cold teams, fade the teams that are good, and look to some teams that were not so good at covering in the past. Now they're showing up this season.
I hear you. Okay, so let's talk MVP. It's been a wild year here. And from an MVP standpoint, I mean, I've been on Brady. I felt like even before this weekend, he is the front runner. He was leading the league in touchdowns. We're seeing Kyler Murray out for a couple of weeks. Rodgers misses a week. Allen got back to form, but he had that dud against the Jags. How are you looking at the MVP board? Do you see value in anyone, or is there a clear-cut favorite at this point?
So this is kind of square, but I'm going to have to say Kyler Murray. I mean, the guy is quick, efficient, accurate. He's highly ranked in completion percentage, yards per attempt, and touchdowns. Hopefully, he's able to recover from his ankle injury and come back fully healthy before the season ends, so those numbers aren't affected too much. But I believe Kyler is deserving of MVP, in my opinion.
Well, we'll see. The Cardinals, they need him back. That was a rough one. Favorites there against Carolina yesterday. Cam is back. Okay, from a divisional standpoint, do you see value with any team out there? I kind of spoke about the Chiefs a couple of weeks ago. They got a little winning streak here, catch a huge Chargers loss as well. Nice little bounce back in the standings. Do you like them out of the West? Do you see another team that is valuable here to fire on, or a clear-cut favorite for any division?
Well, the AFC West I have to count out because I'm a little biased with the Raiders, but divisional winner with value. I fired on the Bengals to win the AFC North a couple weeks ago, plus 350. They're floating at 4-1 odds right now as they've hit a speed bump in their road to victory. Okay, the Bengals are sneaky good with a powerful duo in Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Their run defense also very solid, allowing some of the fewest points per game. They just need to dust off the L's off their shoulder, continue to protect Burrow, and get back to being a consistent team.
I'm with you. I'm rocking with the Bengals as well. I think that's a great value play if there is any long shot to win their division. Okay, what is the temperature in the room on the Patriots with you? They've won a month straight of football. They're above 500 against the spread. They just smacked the Browns team that was 5-1 against the spread in their last road games. I mean, are we believing in Mac Jones here? Where are you with the New England Patriots?
Oh, man. Well, I certainly think the Bills will ultimately take the AFC East. However, it only takes one good game to change it all, right? They're looking great. The Patriots, I mean, they're looking great. And they're looking great fast. Mac Jones certainly improved his accuracy, shaking off the rookie jitters, and that defense is super underrated. I see them improving within every game and with the next few seasons, but I don't believe they're a playoff team just yet.
I'm with you. I hear you. It's a rookie quarterback. We don't know what the ceiling is yet. Okay, let's get you out of here with this. I am looking ahead here. One of my favorite matchups in the weeks to come here, the Rams at Lambeau. As you know, Matty Stafford has gone against the Packers many a times in the former NFC North. What do you see on that one? And the line I'm looking ahead is the Rams getting 3. Based off tonight, do you expect that line to move a lot? Is there any value in firing early on either team based off tonight's outcome or prior to?
Oh, well, these days you can't really fire early. So the Rams will have just come off a bye. And to be honest, the Packers are only 3-point favorites due to home field advantage, I would say. This is going to be such a highly anticipated game with 2 of the leading contenders to take the NFC here. If the Rams somehow lose to San Francisco tonight after having just lost to the Titans, I see this spread heading towards 3.5 or 4. If they win tonight, this line will probably stay as is. I mean, it's such an evenly matched game. I honestly don't even know which side to lean at the moment.
I hear you. Hey, going against the Packers in Lambeau is not a wise decision, as we saw Russell Wilson catching a goose egg. Well, Minty, thank you so much for joining me, as always, out of Vegas. And Yahoo Sports' very best, Minty Bets. Make sure to check her out on all things social media. When I return, a special segment for you. I'm just going to tease it with that. You can't miss it here on the Bettor Half Hour.